Hey, Tin Man here. Another update on yet another project. I started tearing into this 1983 yz490. Piston doesn't look too bad. It's got a few little scuffs on it. Let's see if I can get this into. Doesn't look too bad though, all things considering. Pulled the carb apart. The slide's got quite a bit of wear. I'm probably going to replace that. I wanted to check the jetting. Jetting is a little lean for what I've read. This thing stock has a 440 main jet. It's got a 380 in it right now, which is pretty lean. So I'm probably going to order some jets. Not probably, I am going to order some jets and freshen up this carb. I'd like to pull the head off. I'm gonna do that squish band modification to this thing. I'm gonna cut the squish band to 8mm with a 30-degree cut. Seems pretty simple. I do have an old lathe here, 1950 Colchester Master, 13 by 36. I've had this thing for quite a few years. It's kind of old and sloppy, but it does decent work if you know, if you take your time and set things up. So anyways, hopefully when this is all done, this thing will be a little easier to start. This thing is an absolute bear to kick over, especially when it's cold. I haven't really found anything with the motor I don't like. Needs a kickstart, return spring. So I'm probably just going to pull the muffler and put new seals and gaskets, just do it all the way. There's no exhaust donut in the exhaust here. My brother actually welded this back on. Not a bad job if you ask me. Yeah, so you can see it's just pissing oil out of the exhaust. So, and then for whatever reason the muffler's on this side. That's been added. So I'm probably gonna see if I can make a new pipe for the muffler so that it goes, you know, straight out the left side like factory. I'm gonna do fork seals. A little bit of wear on the chrome on the forks, but the guy says these things leak a little bit, so, or the last owner told me that. So just an update. Just kind of tearing into this one slowly. I'm in no rush to get it going. I'd like to ride it next year, but really hard to find a bike like this in these parts. I mean, they're getting to be pretty rare. I've wanted one for a long time, so I'm just going to take my time and do it properly. Shock linkage has some slop in it. Might even get the rear shock rebuilt. Put a different spring in it. Love this bike. It's so neat. Got the gold anodized rims, drum brakes. But again, I'm just riding this on the back roads here, doing trail riding, fire roads, stuff like that. So if I was riding motocross, this thing would be scary. So anyhow, just an update on the project. Take her easy.